Woodland creatures, blessings of the day to you. Fire rabbit here. It's been a few weeks, hasn't it? It's been about 4 weeks, I think, since my last video. Yeah, wanted to switch it up a little bit. Decided to do a hike in a camp. Now, originally, I was gonna do, we call it the Harrison Grind. It's like a brutal 3-hour hike, but I was all nervous about my sleeping gear because I just got a new wool blanket that I haven't tried yet, and it is supposed to get quite cool overnight tonight. So yeah, I opt out of doing the Harrison Grind and just stuck with a little local to Harrison Lake anyways. It's called the Sandy Cove Trail. It's been a couple of years since I've done the trail, so be interesting to see. By no means will I be alone. Already passed by a couple hikers, and Harrison Lake is just packed today. But I wanted to get out, wanted to do a hike, not just ride my bike down to the river kind of thing. So yeah, come along and let's make a video happen. Crowds of people coming up behind me. Oh. Back when I used to be big on doing the hikes, I'd leave my house at like 5:30 in the morning. Now that I'm doing hikes later on in the day, definitely get the crowds of people. And now we descend. So I'm trying to get to, obviously this trail is called Sandy Cove Trail. So I'm trying to get to this cove that is sandy. Walking along, I've already seen it's pretty packed with people. But whatever. Maybe just do a stop here, then go bushwhacking for 5 or 10 minutes. Good times. Oh. So, excuse my hard stepping. We're about to break through in a sec to the beach, which I think the tide is in too, so it's actually not much of a beach from what I've seen at the top. But let's take a gander. Oh, I can already hear lots of people. Should have did the Campbell Lake Trail. 3 hours of brutality. That is one thing I've learned though. It's if you want to stick around and do all the easy stuff, you gotta learn to deal with the consequences. Those consequences being your lack of privacy. Now let's cut out. Oh, here we go. And welcome to Sandy Cove. Puppy in the water. And just a quick shot of the beach line. I don't want to get all the people in. But yeah. We made it. Take a little rest break here, figure out what I'm going to do long term for the night, because I'm not staying here. Alright. So yeah. Quick 5-10 minute break. And I'm going to continue on. The trail's behind me. But yeah. It's a nice little area. I mean, all these people are only here for the day. I don't think anyone's here camping. So maybe hang out, relax for a bit. Finish the loop of the trail. Find a secondary spot just in case. Come check this back out and see if anybody is camping here for the night. If not, I'll camp here. If there is people camping, then I'll go off into the hill a little bit. Got my hammock with me. So yeah, be interesting. It's gonna be a gooder. So, just left the beach, and there's a loop, tiny little loop that takes you around and shows you the convergence of Harrison Lake into Harrison River. I've done it like 30 times. That's where I was headed, and then I noticed this other little trail that leads up this way. So yeah, at this point I'm just gonna mess around, see if I can get to the top of the hill and maybe build something, hang out for a little bit, and yeah, people are gonna be hanging out at the beach for a while, so might as well come up with a good spot just in case there are some overnighter guys. Yeah, should be good. Trail behind me, that's what I'll be going up. Nothing much, but definitely not a part of the hike, so shouldn't run into anybody. We'll see. Let's go this way. Definitely quieter up here. Aside from the boats, which would mean the river's just around the corner. So there's Harrison River. Nothing really at the top, so climb back down. So now I'm just walking the trail. I'm gonna walk to where the trail curves and goes back, but I'm gonna go attempt to go straight through because I think there's a little beach if nobody's using it. Oh. Some people. Sorry. Walking by some people. there's Harrison River. Good news is, over here, I'll only have boat traffic to listen to. People don't really walk these trails too much at night. Just trudge on through. Yeah, somewhere along there will be my camp. Let's get a better look. Ugh. Somewhere over there. Back in. Ribbit, ribbit. So, walked around for a little bit, found a good spot to set up the hammock. It's an okay spot, nothing special. The trail is literally right behind me. Only a couple people have walked by. So yeah, I'm going to just walk back over to the sandy cove there, the beach, kind of hang out for a little bit. I have a water source, but it's like a cliff drop down. It's an easy climb, but yeah. Screw it. I'll show you. Hold on. Just walk. Spinning around. So my water's down there. Like I said, it's not too hard to get to. I can do it. It is just gonna suck a little bit. But yeah, it's a pretty neat spot. I mean, you got nice, have a nice little sunset later on. Like I said, we just got the boat traffic for the day. But yeah, I know where this spot is, so yeah, I'll come back to it later, set myself up. It's just my hammock, so it'll only take me 5 minutes. I already know where I'm going to put it, figured out all that stuff already. But yeah, for now, I'm going to go back and enjoy the water a little closer, take my boots off, let my feet air out for a little bit. Along the trail, found a whole bunch of death. A whole section of burnt out trees right along the water. Look at that. It's just beautiful out. Yeah. All the trees. Big fire over here. because I'm just guessing, but because that's the only one that's cut down, and it's right there, I'm gonna guess probably a lightning strike and just lit this whole area up. Interesting. But yeah, I'm like right on the corner. Right here is the Harrison River, and that's the lake. So this water is Harrison Lake. That little bit of water is Harrison River. I am like literally at the cone. It's just, the trail is, oh, actually right there. That will be the tip. Echo Island in the background. Yeah. Kind of neat. Came over here because I thought maybe there'd be a perfect little hammock spot to think about, but no, just death. Bunch of tree death. Continue on to the beach. Woodland creatures. So, a little bit of an update. Sandy Cove, Harrison, huge bust. Really sucked. So, jumped on the bus, came all the way back to Chilliwack, and it's like 20 after 8. So, it's been like 4 hours traveling, waiting, blah blah blah. So yeah, pretty much gonna get to camp, find a spot, either where I did my solo, or if somebody's taken that, then I'll get where me and Grey Wolf did our dual overnight. Either or. Basically just finding a spot to camp for the night, taking my bloody boots off because my feet are killing me. All this time, and I could have done Campbell Lake. And that's what pisses me off. I wasted so much time today. Oh well. Lessons learned. I will be trying out my blanket closer to home, and hopefully I'll make this a 2-nighter. Oh yeah, that was the other thing. Why I left. The whole purpose was to do 2 nights, so I'd be coming back Monday. But grabbing a bite to eat, when I was walking around, talking to somebody who was standing by the bus, they informed me that the buses don't run on holidays to Agassiz, to Harrison and Chilliwack Connector. It doesn't run on holidays, which leaves me hooped. I didn't want to be on top of a mountain and worrying about how, like, times and stuff like that. So it's one thing after another. Sandy Cove, more people were coming before they were leaving. So, yeah, I just got fed up and jumped on the bus. Came back here. So, let us get to camp. Oh man, what a day. Yeah, so I'd like to add that now, because I'm closer to home, I'm definitely carrying way more gear than I needed to. I underestimated myself, which in the end meant I overprepared, which in the end I guess kind of means that I overestimated myself. Anyways, all I know is Where the hell am I? Not paying attention. All I know is I've been going since 10:30, and other than a couple little breaks, I haven't had time to stop. I totally walked off trail here. Blabbing, blabbing, blabbing. Let's see if I can get... There's all these little... Oh, here it is. There's all these little sand paths. Perfect. So yeah. What a day. On the other hand, found this cool eagle's feather. Thing is bloody huge. Seen a plethora of animals today. Toad. And my camera was off, but just at the before the store there, the on the way, seen 2 beavers swimming about. That was pretty cool. Anyways, I'm gonna shut you off, turn you back on when I find camp. If I'm not mistaken, this is Ben's bike trail. Maybe I'll be lucky enough to find him. Finally got everything set up. Somebody camping around the corner with his dog. It's annoying as hell. Had to get the fire going only for the sheer fact that the mosquitoes are just eating me alive. So, got the fire going. Pretty neat. Pretty neat little reflections giving off there. But yeah, pretty much made her here just in time. It was a long day. Make quick coffee and go to bed early. Morning. It's just after 7:30. Had somewhat of a shitty sleep. Yeah, it was pretty cold last night. Didn't end up pulling out the sleeping bag because my whole nightmare of hiking yesterday was all because of my sleeping bag. Didn't end up using it, but yeah, it was pretty cold with just the wool blanket and the fleece blanket. So I don't know what that means. Maybe I need 2 wool blankets. Or maybe I just need an expensive sleeping bag with a compression sack that I can scrunch down to nothing. Maybe I need a job that's going to make me a lot of money to do all this. Maybe. No. It was kind of a crappy sleep. Wasn't too bad. rustling about in the bushes behind me. Lots of rustlings going on. Got up twice to keep the fire going. Just because I got a bear bag with hot dogs up in the tree there, so I don't trust anything. It was an okay sleep, but it was a shitty sleep at the same time. Sore from all the time wasting yesterday. It's funny because I was going to set up my tarp, and at the last minute last night I was like, screw it, want to watch the stars and blah blah blah, and the clouds rolled in. Oh boy, did they ever roll in. I was a little scared that it was going to rain, which I think it's supposed to rain today, so let's see what happens. Whoa. Just gonna wake up a little bit more and make some coffee. So, walk around aimlessly for like an hour or two. GPS'd a bunch of trails, and yeah. I don't know if I'm just not into it today, or just had too much troubles trying to find a good spot for what I would consider base camp. I know Ben's got one out here somewhere. Must be pretty hidden because I could not find him. If he's even still here. I don't know. I think he did a 2-night. But yeah, so I just ended up back at the place where I did my overnight here. And yeah, I think I might just hang around for a little bit, see what this weather's supposed to be like, because it is supposed to rain today, so rain's too hard, I might just say screw it, go home. I've got 2 tarps. It just depends on how I feel, really. It's been kind of an off camp. The Campbell Lake Harrison grind didn't work out like I thought, which I don't think it would have worked out in the end anyways. Didn't prepare myself enough, and it was really cold here last night, so I can only imagine what it was like up there. Mind you, I didn't use my sleeping bag, I just used the wool blanket. So for me, I know that that's not enough. Wool blanket and my fleece blanket. Maybe 2 wool blankets. Hiccups. We'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna hang around here for a little bit. and just decide what I want to do. Built another reflector wall, or fire reflector. Threw a bunch of stones in front of it, just because there's another guy, obviously the person who brought, or not really built, but person who placed these seats here and made the stone circle. He frequents here quite a bit. I talked to him briefly like a month or so ago. Anyways, I have a feeling that he thought that my fire reflector was going to catch fire. So he ended up tearing it down, or so I would assume. So I just rebuilt it and put some rocks in front. Maybe that will make him feel better. Pretty windy. Breaking up the clouds a little bit, but at the same time, they're just piling up right behind me. So I'm not so sure I'm gonna camp out again tonight, but I definitely think I'll hang out for a bit. It's only like noon. So yeah, all in all, kind of a unsuccessful camping trip. All in all, I guess. Wasn't really a good one. Kept changing my mind last minute, what I wanted to do, where I wanted to go, what I think I was capable of, and what gear I had. So, lessons learned. And yes, by the way, I cut my hair. Let's just get that out of the way right now. I cut off the dreadlocks. I did it like a month ago. Yeah, I guess it's been a while since I've made some videos. But yeah, dreadlocks are gone. Regrowing out my hair so I can do all dreadlocks, because I used to only have the top and then the sides were shaved. And it got to be a big hassle. So yeah. 3 years down the drain, and start from scratch. So by next year, hopefully I'll be able to start the dreading process. I'll do it properly this time, but anyways. Just another beautiful day in the neighborhood. Alright guys, well that's it for me today. I'm gonna head her on home. The wind's just whipping everything up, so I just had some lunch, poured some water on the fire. It's all pretty much done. Yeah, I think I'm gonna head her home now. You know, it's been an interesting video this time. Pretty much a complete fail of everything I was trying to do. But that's okay. Take the good with the bad. I got to do the Sandy Cove Trail again after 2 or 3 years, I think. It's the last time I did it. When I first started hiking, and before I was doing camp, and way before I even knew what bushcraft was, Sandy Cove was one of my go-to places for learning how to hike. Eventually started taking my girls there, and then took my wife, and yeah, just kind of an easy trail. It used to be low-key, not a lot of people knew about it, but now it's a well-marked trail, and as you can see, lots of people there. So yeah, came here,
Just did a quick overnight. The intention was to get up today and find a base camp, but I just wandered around and mapped out all the deer trails and people trails. So sometime in the future I'll get a better idea as to a good spot to camp. My problem is, if I'm too close to the water, then I have to have adequate source to get to the water easily, which isn't always the case. So you go to find a different spot, and then you start getting closer to the road, because there is a road not too far down, and you know, the aesthetic of camping, the last thing you want to hear is vehicles. So those are the issues I fight with, on top of being ill-prepared and not knowing the capabilities of the gear. Otherwise I would have just did Campbell Lake, the Harrison grind, in the first place. Lesson learned, lots of lessons learned. What can you do? Next hike should be a gooder. I got a couple ideas in mind. Might be my birthday when I do this hike / camp out. Not so much bushcraft these past couple days, or a couple of videos, I know that. Being summertime and being in the Fraser Valley of Chilliwack, trying to get in as much hikes as I can and film them. They're just not always turning out, or the gear I have is crap. I did buy a ProGo on eBay. I call it a ProGo because it's not a GoPro. And yeah, so far it seems to be crap, although I could just not know what the hell I'm doing with it. Anyways, rambled on long enough. I think I'm gonna go home. Till the next one, guys. Thanks for coming along.